Live. And we're live. Welcome to Rascal Comedy, and I'm your host. It's Jack Mack. How are we doing, guys? Welcome. Welcome to my bedroom. Is it your first time? Welcome. If it's your first time watching the show, this is a mix between traditional stand-up and the Rose of Tralee, because I like to interrogate the acts. I'm like, so I hear your father's a farmer. Is that right? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's well, I'm a coachie, so it's, you know, I'm very nosy. I like to know where people come from and who's their fathers and stuff. You know what I'm saying. Also, if you're new to Rascal Comedy, we had our first live show last Sunday, not yesterday Sunday, last Sunday, the 23rd, and I'm happy to say it was a hit. Yeah. It went well. People liked it. It was so
fantastic.
You know, there's nothing worse than failing in Ireland because they don't let you live it down. So I'm going to play a 1 minute clip of what happened on the 23rd. Please enjoy. So COVID-19, huh? Huh? Yeah, it really took the world by storm. Yeah, it was breathtaking. That one? That's the best joke. The best. All preparation. He's a bit of a mad bastard, this guy. He likes to have a bit of good old rant on stage. And then you just kind of got a microphone and you just went off on one and you had a podcast. Thank you, sir. He's our little gremlin. Called Margot. I was like, what would master wrong? Oh, don't hook me. Margot, why did you give me two? Sorry about him. I'll read you later. It's a Jack likes to rant, but yeah, you've got literally just had a microphone one day. I was like, try you fucking hate.
I met a comedian and he dropped the microphone to my house because he was like, I joined Tinder recently. You know, like a lot of people on Tinder put like, don't message me if you're less than 6 foot in their bio. But before I joined Tinder, I was on a lot of like casual sex apps. And on those, women said things like, don't message me if you're less than 6 inches. Oh. So the first time I saw someone on Tinder say, don't message me if you're less than 6 foot, I was like, holy shit! Girls know how to play!
There we go. That was some clips. I'm sorry the video was a bit shaky, but look, nothing's perfect. So it was good. Yeah. We're already in talks for our next live show. It's gonna be tremendous. Nobody knows live shows like Trump. He's the best. Let's meet the comedians. That was my bit. I'm not doing a monologue this week because the show. Hey, Shrini and Georgia. How are we doing, guys?
Good.
Yeah, great.
Good. We're already getting comments.
Hope they're good.
Oh, Mup Georgia.
Mup.
Oh, you're like, yay! I've got fans. You know,
yeah, he's my boyfriend, so I think he has to support me. Yeah. It would be domestic.
Be weird if you didn't. We got one as well. Oh, Shrini.
Oh.
Hey, thanks, Arjun. Shout out.
Yeah. Look at these happy heckles. They're like, shouting you guys on. Altamat. Check out those moves. Thanks, Altamat. I'm presuming that's me. Presuming that I know he actually bought a ticket, but he didn't go to the show, so. No, he's banned. He's banned from Rascals.
Where I'm from, there's no Wi-Fi, so I won't be getting any comments tonight.
How are you
Same
on
here.
the call now?
There's no Wi-Fi at the duck.
Is there not? Ian, Wi-Fi? Is there Wi-Fi in Dundalk?
I don't think so.
I'm
We
not for
didn't
the
pay for
dog.
it.
Oh, sorry. Brenda was like, there's no Wi-Fi in the dog. I was like, is that
No.
where he is? Is he
No,
in
we
the
didn't
dog?
pay for it. No, we.
Okay, it's fine.
In
That's
Dublin,
fine.
from Offaly.
Right, okay.
Did I write that down?
He lives in the moment.
Where was it? You're in Dublin, you said,
I'm in Dublin.
but you're from Offaly.
I'm from Offaly.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Fair play to you. So you're a country. Should have told me
That was a Western accent, wasn't it?
that was me doing Mayo. That's the way I should speak.
You're
What
from Mayo.
I am. Huh?
For now.
What happened to that lovely Lilton accent?
What are you drinking?
This is Schmiddix. Schmiddix, babe.
It almost looks like you're in maybe the back of a pub. Like, can I come on a show?
If I had a sound effect in the background, I would have put it on about 10 minutes ago. But no, I'm drinking it out of a glass because my housemates like to rob glasses from pubs, but they also like to change the names on them. So this isn't Rockshore, it is Cockshore.
Oh my God.
Pish lager.
A pint of Ribena.
Oh no.
I'm off the drink. What are you on, Brenda?
A mug of tea with my star sign on it, just to be sure
nice.
it's me.
Oh, look at us. We're all drinking.
Oh, look at us.
What's your star sign?
What?
What's your star sign?
Oh, it's a Gemini. Yeah, Gemini.
I'm a Scorpio.
Is that what it is now or what it was?
No. That's fake. The changing thing is wrong. I will explain to you in fantastic detail on why it's wrong. It's wrong. You are a Gemini if you were Gemini 5 years ago or 5 years ago.
But before that, let's take a poll on who thinks it's changed and who doesn't.
Well,
everyone's talking about it. The star signs have changed, the sun signs have changed,
Wait,
and they've not.
So they've changed. So
or not. Jack,
they haven't changed.
Have they?
No. They haven't changed. It's business as usual. We're fine.
It was
the same. Yeah.
NASA discovered some new alignment in the stars, and they said, "Oh, this is something else." So there's a 13th star sign.
Yeah.
So it got crowbarred in between January and February, I think.
Yeah.
And then it pushed everything else out. So
does that mean when like people were getting them wrong? Like, oh, but I'm a Scorpio, but instead I find love. And but I got loads of money this week. Like, it's because I'm a Leo.
As far as I know, the 13th one, it's like it's been discovered long time ago, and they just decided to ignore that. That's like the guy that was ignored, and it was just pushed to the back, and then they were like 12 only. Every few years, a few people come up and they think, oh, this is a 13th sign, so it should all be different. And every I think 5-8 years, everyone thinks it's changed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really is, but I think Georgia really knows about this better than.
When star signs come up, I get like a white guy at a party trying to explain train spotting. I'm like, I know so much about this, but nobody else fucking cares. So I'm like restraining myself.
Same star sign over 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because the star signs aren't actually based on like where the stars are. They're based on the degrees of like the Earth's rotation. So it's split into circles. You can't add another like 45 degrees to a circle.
Georgia, what's your star sign, Georgia?
I'm a Virgo, and it was my birthday 2 days ago, and it's Virgo season. So I'm sorry.
Happy birthday!
But what you said before though, that's such a Virgo thing to say.
What's everyone's star sign? What are you, Ian?
I'm a Virgo as well, actually. So sure.
Happy birthday to you,
Shrini, what are you?
I'm Libran.
Oh,
nice. Libra, yeah.
Right, and Brenda, you're
Gemini,
and I'm a Scorpio. Nice. Well, I'm gonna
have a nice balance.
I'm gonna say, guys, you're talking about stars. How do stars die? Usually an overdose. You wanted comedy?
Whitney Houston, greatest hits.
So we're going to start the chat off now. Ian, Birmingham, how are you, man?
Hi.
Are you from Birmingham?
Thank you. I used to live in Scotland, and every taxi driver in Scotland asked me that same question. And
Hey, are you from Birmingham, Paul?
And it was the same exhausted. No.
It's kind of like,
then,
you know, Taxi Free now. I bet when they changed their names, everyone was like, bet this ride is free, is it?
yeah.
Good one, original.
But the problem is because like you'd be in a pissy mood, it's like, oh, fuck off, like, and then they try to overcompensate, and then they ask you, oh no, I'm sorry, so where are you from? I'm like, I'm not gonna say Offaly, like nobody knows where Offaly is, like.
Not in Glasgow.
Even people, no, and people from Offaly don't want to say that they're from Offaly either because it's too embarrassed. So it's like, just rub it out. Just forget about it. Like,
just say near Dublin or something.
Just the heart of Ireland, between Dublin and Galway.
Oh,
that's a good way around it.
That shuts them up, and it sounds poetic as well. So
I'm from the heart of it.
From the heart, I live in the heart.
And you're like, oh my god, that's long.
No,
Disgusting.
Ian, we actually met like 3 weeks ago. We did a gig in Betsy Spears' living room called Curtain Call Comedy. And it was streamed live. It
was a fun night. It was really good.
It's good.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first gig in months. I call it a hiatus, but I hadn't gigged since like the previous November or so, and obviously COVID hit as well. So I kind of used that as a bit of an excuse to kind of push it back a bit. But yeah, no, I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things now.
Yeah.
Is that also
get a couple of gigs?
Like, I feel like I've rehearsed so much in my room, but when you're on stage, it's another level of rehearsing.
It is, but the way I operate is the pressure builds up and up and up until I get into the house, like Betsy's house there 3 weeks ago, and then I get a drink into me, and then leading up to getting up onto the stage, there's some kind of release valve that just kind of goes, fuck this, it'd be grand. Yeah. And then you get up, and then it's just like everybody's equal. We all get up on stage, we all do the same thing for the same number of minutes. And it's good, like it's like you're there with your friends, like, so it's good crack. So
stand-up is a bit like therapy, you know.
Sure, or acupuncture.
Yeah.
Release the tension.
Yeah.
But in like jokes.
Yes. Yeah. Good joke. Not the bad jokes. The bad jokes are painful, particularly when nobody laughs.
And then they add tension.
Yeah.
Oh, getting hot in here.
The flapping dicky.
Yeah, we like Krusty the Clown. He's there pulling. I don't even know what that was. Like a cardboard.
I don't know.
Shirt.
I've never seen that in real life.
No, like, I think they used to wear them back in the day. Like it's like a card.
Like I don't have a fear of clowns. So I've seen clowns, but I've never seen that ever.
No,
I've seen the squirty flower thing. That's kind of it.
That's like 1930s. Yeah. I've got a joke in my act about my ex-girlfriend's mother. You know, it's a classic 1950s. Hey. An old mother-in-law joke, you know.
And you were James Dean, were you?
That was more like Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, I tell you, my mother-in-law is such a bad cook. We pray after we eat. Am I right? That's not my And so are you. Oh, the comments are. Oh, Alex is getting involved. Fair play, guys. Great show. Alex, the show has just started. Oh, this one's for you, Ian. Hey, Ian, someone not from
there we go.
But living in Offaly. Nice. I want to know where Des is really from.
Just I Finland, I think. I actually don't know. That's really weird. He's like he's a neighbour of ours, and that's one of the questions I never asked him. He was just one of those people that I just known all my life. So I mean, asking that probably one of the more important questions you should know about your neighbours, I suppose.
Yeah, where is he from?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you from?
Can we trust you? Can we trust? Where are you from? Yeah.
To be fair, can they trust me and you in Dublin now, in fairness? Two culture boys just living it up large.
Saying hello to everyone as you pass them on the street. Bit suspicious.
Oh, hello.
Hello, how are you? What?
Didn't say hello back.
No, everything he offered me drugs. So he's like, oh, how are you? Weed? No.
Berries are lions.
Want some Coke? No, it's fine. I had a Fanta. No. Low as these jokes get. So, Ian, are you ready to hit the stage and make us all laugh?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right, everybody at home, and we've got the comedians as well. Start making some noise. Start clapping. Start moving. Birmingham, everyone.
Come on, Ian.
Hi. So, online dating during COVID's bringing out the worst in people, I think. Like, it's turned people into freaks. Let's be fair, it's turned freaks into bigger freaks. Like, you can smell the desperation around Dublin at the minute. Like, a friend of mine, she works in Beaumont Hospital. Like, she's a nurse, and naturally, she's super paranoid about contracting COVID. But at the same time, for months, she hasn't been on a date. So, in other words, a recipe for disaster. Basically, she's gagging for it. Human urges and all that. Plus, she loves the cock. And so I find it very entertaining when she comes back from these dates, because they're always terrible. They're worst date stories. Like, recently, she went on a date where a guy pulled out a packet of Weetabix in the middle of a restaurant. Nice. And he tried to get her to do the Weetabix challenge, right? So, like the cream cracker challenge, let me explain this, where you have to consume as many cream crackers in 1 minute without any liquid, but with Weetabix, while everybody stared at them in the middle of the restaurant. It turned out he was some kind of YouTube sensation, and she just left. She just walked out immediately, right? But another time, she refused to go on a second date with this other fella because he said her best feature was her eyes. Aww. But they were both wearing masks, right? She dumped him first. She dumped him. And he was trying to be a smart arse, I can tell. He didn't like his sense of humor. It's like, oh yes, that wicked sense of humor of his. It's like, what did you want him to mention? Your big pointy ears and how your mask hangs off so nicely, like, or that you have lovely tits. Oh, but I don't have lovely tits. These are like non-existent. Exactly. I know. But I'm on Bumble at the minute, right? And it's cool because the girls have the onus to message first. So a common and open line thrown at me is, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? Which is a good icebreaker. Like, how can you go wrong with that? And then, not a word of a lie, this girl responded back. For me, it's the ability to take a perfect shit every day. Yeah, swear to God, right? Not the ability to teleport or something like the gift of flight, but she was thinking along the lines of saving money on toilet paper and saving her hands the work of actually wiping her own arse. Out of curiosity, would you use that for the power of good or for evil? But maybe Tinder's more suited to some people's taste. Let the guy do the talking, maybe. But I don't think it's a superpower she needs. I think what she needs is fiber. Yeah, lots and lots of fiber. Maybe some brown bread or Weetabix in her diet, anything. Actually, speaking of Weetabix, there's a guy I know in the area. He likes a challenge. I think you can really hit it off. You can have your fee, fi, fo, fix, shitting harmoniously in unison, maybe, you pack of turds. But that's me, folks. I'll leave you there. Thanks
everyone. I feel like that is a good superpower. Is it for good or bad? You said, or evil? I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's not leaving a mess.
There you go. Prime fertilizer. There you go. You're never done learning.
What a message on. Oh wait, Des has got back to us. Oh, hang on. Dublin, VA. That's coming. Go on, yeah, good thing. Legend in the making.
In the making.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks,
Gordon.
Des.
Right,
Nice.
so I'm gonna move on. You can tell I'm like Graham Norton, but instead of like the cards, I've got like a full A4 pads. I'm gonna move on to Georgia. Georgia from Cork. What's the crack?
Hello, what's the crack? Yeah, representing Cork, like.
Yeah, I mean, when I said hello to you on Sunday and you spoke, I was like, whoa, what an accent. Ho!
Well, I'm originally from Charleville, which is like Limerick, like closer to Limerick than it would be actually Cork City. So people from Cork don't think I sound Cork, and then people from Limerick think I sound too Cork. Like I'm just like
And everyone else is like, Cork.
Nobody will accept me.
You're like Cork. You're in the middle. You're both kind of human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a great accent. You know.
Is it?
It's lyrical. It bounces. I think
it's like just the right amount of culture.
Yeah, I've never done Cork. I haven't performed in Cork yet, but I'm afraid because
I'll hook you up when things open up.
Thanks, Georgia. That even rhymed. I'll hook you up when places open up. I'm
actually quitting comedy to start rap. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Can you not do both? Do funny raps?
Oh, there's an idea. See, this is why you're the MC. You're running things because you've got the business mind.
You'd be surprised. I sometimes give people ideas like, you should start a podcast. And they're like, oh, you should start a rap career. Funny rap.
Requirements. 1 bedroom.
What was that?
As a requirement, 1 bedroom.
I didn't get the joke. Yeah,
You're in a bedroom. You're in a bedroom.
Oh, I'm in a bedroom. Okay,
better get the flapping dicky. Tough crowd.
Yeah, I'm excited to hit the Cork scene. I'm afraid of two parts. I'm afraid of the Northern Ireland and the Cork scene because I think they're very strong. I'm not saying Dublin's bad, but I know Dublin now, you know.
Yeah. Well, if you come to Cork, you have to like start off your bit with like, "Oh, I'm from Dublin, isn't Dublin shit?" You just have to like get on their side because everyone from Cork is like, they love Cork, yeah.
Well,
so you have to like be like, I'm not dangerous. I come in peace.
Well, come here, lads. I'm from Mayo. Hey, Jesus. And I'll fall over, you know, like typical Mayo man falling over himself. Yeah. So hopefully I'll win them over. But how long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up a year, so it was my little anniversary there, like a couple of days ago. I was hoping like for actual gigs to open up, but yeah, we're still a lockdown. Thank you very much. Yeah. I have no excuses for being shit. So I've been doing it a year. I was like, I've only been doing it like a couple of months, like, you know, here, there.
But I mean, like, you've also had in 6 months where like a virus happened and no gigs happened. So you had that excuse, you know?
Yeah.
Well, everyone started doing like fucking TikTok or YouTube or something, and I was like, I can't. No, not for me. Can't.
It takes a while. It's taken me about 3 or 4 years to like build myself up to start filming myself. So, well, easy in. Next thing you know, you'll be doing the TikTok dances.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do the dances. I just can't do like joke. Like it doesn't work the same. It's not like I don't know. It's just I like the energy of like a live gig better than.
Yeah.
I watch your TikToks though. They're very funny.
Yeah, you'd be surprised though how many times I take them though. Like you could be watching take 42 and they're like. I sometimes feel like if you have a brain fart, just record it. Like, did you ever notice this? Like, why do Irish people always drink beside canals? See what happens. Nice. That's good. But you're enjoying comedy?
Yeah. What's left of it?
Yeah. What's left of it? Yeah, I know. You know, you were. You know,
the comedy apocalypse.
Had to come on this show. Yeah. You were like, oh, sure, throw me on Rascals. You know. What else could happen? Anyway, do you want to? You might as well hit the stage, you know.
Might as well, like.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, guys, put your hands together for. I'll probably say your second name wrong. Is that Gorman?
Oh, Gorman.
O'Gorman. Put your hands together for George O'Gorman, everyone.
Thank you guys so much. So I'm sorry I'm kind of a bit cranky, I guess, but during quarantine I had to move back in with my mom, and like now I realize why my dad left. Like, and moving back took so long because I had so much baggage, like emotional baggage to unpack when I got home. And my sister moved back in as well, and I love her. I just don't like her very much. Like, she's the pretty one and the smart one. So she left nothing for me. And I'm not lying when I say she's the pretty one too. Like, every picture we take together looks like a celebrity meet and greet. And it's weird as well. Like, my mom has changed so much since I moved away, then come back. Like, she's become like an anti-vaxxer. And I could not write a punchline for that. It just drives me crazy. So that's been getting on my nerves because we'll always like fight about this at dinner. And my sister just like has this awful temper, and she just gets on my nerves so much. So it's like living with the Joker, but then Batman is just too busy on Facebook saying how vaccines cause autism. It's not been good. And everyone has been doing this mad shit during quarantine. Like, they've been getting into like fitness and baking and like self-improvement and growth. But like, I've just gotten worse. I've gotten cranky and lazy. I've grown, but I've grown like mold or mildew or resentment. I've just changed. I didn't wear a bra for a week. Not as life-changing as BuzzFeed said it was going to be. I've been doing a lot of online shopping, and the thing about what me and shipments from China have in common is that we take ages to come. That's the best joke I've written on a quarantine, so he's think there, lads.
Hey!
And I think that's my minute, so I couldn't leave it there.
George O'Gorman, everyone. Hang on, we're going to look at the comments. Oh, laughter in emoji form. A shot for real love, guys. My girlfriend doesn't watch these. She's sick of them. Awful. Right, we're going to move on to Shrini. How are you?
Hello, Jack. I'm good.
I swear I've seen you on stage before.
Performed in the Workman's a couple of times now, and I was in Anshio.
That's right.
Anshio, yeah. I think I saw you there as well. So yeah, it's a great stage, but
I know. But at last, it's not reopened.
At last.
I know. Don't worry. We'll get there. So how are you? What have you been up to during quarantine or lockdown? Or
I have been working from home the entire time, unlike all the essential workers and all the good work that people have been doing. I've just holed up in my bedroom and just been typing away at the keyboard, hoping for something to get better. But it never does.
So what you're kind of saying is you're a hero because you didn't go out. You didn't start touching things or sneezing. You just stayed in your room.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'll tell my grandchildren if I ever have them. Yeah, I was a hero. Your granddad here was a hero. Didn't go out, didn't do shit during the pandemic. So yeah, pretty much a hero.
Yeah,
like my grandfather used to tell me, we fought for the independence of our country from the Brits. I will tell my grandchildren, I was just at home. Same thing.
Exactly. But it's the way you build it.
I was watching it on TV.
It is. I saved the world.
Yeah.
Many people went outside, but I didn't. I stayed in, bored myself to tears.
Thanks to Netflix.
Thank you, Netflix. Are you watching anything good at the moment?
I am actually, I just finished the Kominsky Method. It's this show with Michael Douglas. It's a nice little show. And
yes, I know the one.
Yeah, it's a very nice show. It's just 2 seasons. It was very nice, but good. I watched Derry Girls.
He's an acting teacher, isn't he?
Yes, he's an acting teacher. Like he's a has-been actor who's now an acting teacher, and it's this wonderful relationship between these two old men. Alan Arkin is the other old man who's like he's his agent, and it's really nice. It's an endearing, light comedy show. You just breeze past it, so it was a very nice watch.
I think I watched the first 4 episodes. I don't know why I stopped, but it was weird to see Michael Douglas like do a comedy show. I was like, this is
Yeah, seems like he's forcing it, but I think this his daughter and I'm sorry, I don't know which actor plays that, but Alan Arkin, they're all great. So it's a very lovely show. It's like a lovely watch.
Like usually I'm used to Michael Douglas, like, I don't know, shouting at people for money and not having money, you know?
And just looking up at the camera and staring like, he's going to kill you anytime now.
or cheating on his wife.
Wife, yeah.
What was that
he does cheat on his wife in this one as well. So that's not so much off character.
Classic typecast. Yeah. Michael, you saw that film, Basic Instinct. You cheated on your wife. Well, the character did. You're cast. It's like, when like people for Bus Éireann go for job interviews, they go, oh, sorry, I'm late. And they're like, you're hired. You go, you sir have the job. Nice. Is there anything you want to plug or anything you want to say to the adoring 12 viewers?
Nothing. I think it's just that find me on Shrini Kalwad on Instagram, but looking forward for more comedy, and good on you for all wearing masks and not going out unnecessarily. I'm hoping all 12 of them are doing that.
Oh, there we go.
I know where my mask is. Here it is. Where you're. It's the mask I wear when I'm robbing a bank. The money of your life. Anyway, are you ready to hit the stage?
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the tremendous, the fabulous. I'm gonna look at. It's Shrini.
Hey.
So, guys, my name is Shrini. I usually go by Shrini. It's actually Srinidhi. So Srinidhi is a little bit like Trinity. Sounds a bit like that, only I'm not Protestant. So Hindu guys. So it's Shrini. So I moved to Dublin from India. So I'm originally from South India and I moved here 3 years ago. Love Dublin, love Ireland. I've been to a few places. I've never been to Offaly or Tullamore yet, but I'm sure I will. Or Cork. I'm sorry, I've never been to most of these places, but I plan to visit Cork very soon. In fact, I should have been in Cork this weekend, but I'm not. But because a few change of plans, but I am going there soon. A very good friend from Cork who's promised to drive me there. Also planning to visit West Cork, so someday. But I was warned before moving, to Ireland about how much you guys talk about the weather and how the weather is shite. But it's not been bad. I love the weather, like cloudy and rainy all the time, right? So, but no, I love it, and I've also been warned of how I need to learn to wipe and not wash. Some of you might not get it, but that's okay. It's a truly unique Indian experience. Also Turkish, I've heard. But then I started comedy recently. It was just before the pandemic hit, and I actually back then when we used to go to work, I used to go to office to work. I told my coworker, this girl, that I have started comedy, and she was very happy, very, very happy and excited for me that I'm starting to do comedy. I was like, hey, thank you. And she said, I really love that you're doing comedy because you're now my funny brown friend. And my first reaction was, wait, what? You can't say that. Yeah. But so she said, hey, you're my funny brown friend. So I said, that's not a very nice thing to say. And she said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then I said, no, it's okay. And we both talked about it. And she's fine. She kind of like apologized. We are okay now, and I didn't mind it. I don't mind it, and it's not a big deal. But I would never lose my friendship with her, because after all, she's my only hot blonde friend. So. So yeah, Pri says it's very relatable. Yeah. So thank you. That was my set. Thank you.
Really, everyone.
Shout out to Jack. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, man. It's all about labels, isn't it?
Yes, it's all about labels and pigeonholing people. Yeah.
Let's look at. Oh, you got a nice comment there. Very relatable. Oh, and Max is saying, hello all. Enjoy your comedy.
Hi, Max.
Hey,
Hi,
Max.
Hi, Pri. Hi, everyone.
Hey, audience. The audience are our friends. It's good to say hello to them because if they leave, there is no show. It's just a load of people streaming.
Can we leave?
I mean, you can if you want. I'm not going to...
No,
I mean,
just flip it over, freak him out.
Or I can just get rid of you, man.
Wow.
I've got that power.
Brilliant.
I know. I'm corrupt. No worry, I'll bring him back.
It's like a show we're getting eliminated on it. You don't get enough comments.
Oh, no.
I had to just show my power there. Or the other comedians wouldn't respect me. They'd be like, look at Jack. He can't run a show.
Jack.
So I have to use you as an example. Anyway.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Mike says she's waving. Oh,
hi, Mike.
It's not pitiful.
We need to get Mike on the show.
It's a new intimacy.
Mags needs to come on. Anyway, last but not least, we've got Brenda. Brenda, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm here on the top of the sweet box here. I'm grand. Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
You sound great.
Yeah, getting on grand. I'm here in our bedroom. It hasn't been painted or anything. It just has to be done up, So just sitting here waiting.
You do look like you don't have any lights on. It's just.
I actually don't have a light bulb in the light because I took a frenzy of kind of getting the place ready for painting, and I just have this kind of little light here beside me. But it's okay. Right. I'm in black and white. It's okay.
Mean, to be honest, when I first started the show, I was the same. Like I looked like I was in a noir film. I was black and white because my light didn't work either.
I was going for that effect. You know what I mean? Like definitely.
She walked into my office like a cool summer breeze, baby.
Oh, I'm busy.
Like a detective.
Oh, what's the crack?
Right, Jack, listen, I got some really funny jokes for you.
Listen to your piece. Sorry, Jack.
There we go. I just did more noir impressions.
It's a bit Blair Witch, I think.
It is a bit Blair Witch.
I hear you now. Sorry, take this out.
Brenda, shed a few tears there and say you're very sorry.
What?
We said it's your camera looks very Blair Witch. You know that.
Oh yeah. I know you.
That's clap.
I know you live now, so I will be after you. Okay.
No, that's good. So,
thanks for the compliment.
Oh yeah, take the compliment. How's your comedy been? Have you been writing or?
I've been the last comedy stage I was on was in the Hardy Heart in Bray in January.
Nice. I've never been, but I'm
really good. Yeah, very good. Yeah, and then COVID, yay, and then nothing except maybe my own stuff. Like I did this kind of impression of the nun. I did that for a while. In the morning, people woke up with this nun.
Can we see your impression of the nun?
Right. Well, I don't have the garb on, but she's very cross, and she always would like at I don't know my glasses. She looked over. She'd be looking at the Offaly people now, big time. Do you know what I mean? And giving out stink to them. No, she wouldn't like that raucous behaviour at all now. We talked about the back of the class. The girl from Cork now, for the sake. Very quiet.
Yeah, we had a nun.
Yeah, are you related to this character?
You should bring her to stage. You should dress up as a nun and pretend like you're teaching a class. Like, what's all this laughter for?
I have done that in the Battle of the Axe and in another place, and I think the kids, the young people there, thought it was real. You know,
Maybe
which was a bit freaky for me because I was talking to them on the stage and they were looking at me going, "Yes, sister," and I said, "Yeah, yeah." It was a bit of a it was so weird, but she's good crack. She sings songs and she's really funny. I think she's funny. But I just want to kind of move away from her and, you know, literally move away from her and to, you know, do something for myself.
talk about yourself, your problems on stage. That's the best thing about stand up. It's like therapy. We said acupuncture. You're like, like sometimes if something is bothering me, I will actually write material and be like, you know, is this just me?
No. I write stuff and I go, I have to burn that now because if anybody read that, they would really think there was something wrong with me. So
during quarantine, I did like a Skype session with this psychic, and she told me if I had like negative emotions to like write it down and to burn it, and that would make me feel better. But I had to go outside. So then whenever I would light it on fire, there would always be like a fucking gust of wind and it would blow it away. And then I'm just worried about like this piece of paper setting everything on fire.
Yeah,
oh
I know.
So it did work, but not in the way that I thought it was going to work.
Typical negative emotions, right?
Yeah. But then you get more negative emotions. You're like, what if it only half burns and there's no fire?
If it's left back,
I've done that. And you're kind of going, I have to go and check that again. Is it burned completely? You know, and you get kind of obsessed about it.
And then you have to write it down, and then that doesn't burn, and it's just a cycle.
Like, I mean, I have to do it again. If you just quickly go over there and just...
So you just get like a different set of problems than what you were originally bothered about.
Yeah, you do a list. Yeah, you do a list.
Could you write a big book and then like just burn it once a week? Like, right.
Like, oh, bins are Sunday, abortion book is Monday.
Yeah, I think, look, write a gratitude list, whatever you do. I mean, don't do that. It's supposed to work. I don't know if you all do that, but
I find anytime I'm feeling down, coffee's my crutch.
Coffee, that's, me too. Yeah. Some days, if it's a good day, I go for the big 16, whatever you call it, the big cup, right? Yeah. Some days when I don't think I deserve it, I go for the small cup. This is we put one sugar in to really give myself a bit of a kind of
There's a difference between getting a takeaway coffee and sitting in and having the cup, isn't there? It's like a trophy or something. It's like,
But Brenda, is the small cup a reward or a punishment?
It's kind of intensive both ways. It's like, if tomorrow, and I usually get a free coffee, and people will look in this coffee shop I go to, Brodigan, it's bar, but I get a free coffee on the 6th day with my ticket thing, right? And every time I get a free coffee, I kind of have a little bit of it for myself, and they think that's funny. And I just think it's funny because I really am, really
it's a nice reward. You've earned this.
It's the little things.
For good work done, walking the dog, doing stuff in the house. There's nobody out there at the minute that can say, well done you, Brenda. So I do it myself. I kind of go for the cup. And I have that marker in my head, 6th cup. The 6th cup is the big one, the free one.
Brenda, how did you handle it when all the coffee shops are closed then? What did you do then?
Oh, no one. I went for the ordinary coffee.
The dog stabbed the card.
Yeah. In my glove compartment, and I don't go to that one. I really can only get one coffee in that one place. So I went for the instant one, right? And it's really no good because you don't feel like you've done anything. It's just so like coffee, But I got around it. I went into the shop and got the coffee. So it was okay.
Are you more of a Starbucks fan? Do you like Starbucks?
I like Insomnia.
Oh, Insomnia, yeah.
Nobody likes here because I tell you why. They have toilets. Yeah, in the
No, when?
Yeah, they do.
What?
And the one in the disabled toilet is the same for the females. So you get a kind of loads of space. Yeah.
While Starbucks just doesn't have toilets. I don't go to Starbucks. I don't know.
Starbucks have they print out the key code on the receipt, so you can't use it unless you bought something. So what happens is you get a lot of homeless people going in and going, "Here, can I use your receipt?" And you're like, "Yeah, go ahead." And he's like, and he goes in and he like dirties the place up and then leaves. And he's like, "Sound." How he goes like.
I didn't know that.
Happens more often.
Is that Costa or Starbucks? Sorry, is that
Starbucks? Starbucks, yeah. I like Costa. Costa's nice. That's my spot.
Do you like Costa? Okay. Where do you drink, Ian? Costa or Costa?
If I'm not, I wouldn't call myself a coffee connoisseur first of all, but if I had to pick somewhere, it'd be Costa. There's a Costa up the road for me, and it only opened last weekend. I walked by and I was like, oh, thank God. But as back open, no, I like it. I think it's good. Good coffee.
I like to say Tim Hortons. They don't do Tim Hortons in Ireland anymore, and
Ireland,
it was coffee.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I had Tim Hortons in Canada. It was really good.
So good. Nicest coffee I've ever had.
Yep.
Ever.
I have decided to boycott Starbucks because it represents everything wrong with American capitalism. But damn, their frappuccino is so good.
That's a problem.
I have an interesting fact for you. There's one place in the world where, because in Starbucks they always write your name in the cup. There's one place in the world that doesn't do it. Can anybody guess where it is?
North Korea.
Saudi Arabia?
No, it's in America.
Oh,
and it's very secret.
Texas.
I was thinking Texas, yeah.
The CIA.
Oh.
Think about it.
Yeah. Oh, so they don't write their name in CIA.
No.
Okay.
Because that's the whole point. So they write nothing. It's the one place in the world that does it.
What in the CIA Starbucks?
In CIA HQ, there's a Starbucks in there, and it's the one place in the world that they don't write the name of the customer down. So
I can just imagine whoever was like planning that building. It's like, okay, we need a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Massive security threat.
Yeah.
But like, why would they be worried about that? Because they always spell your fucking name wrong anyway.
Let's start from the roof down.
Sorry, can I get your name? And he'd be like, my name is James. And then he goes, hang on, you were Dave yesterday.
Yeah. I think they do that. I think they do that on purpose because people would put those pictures up and they get free publicity the entire time. So they just do it deliberately.
Yeah.
That's it.
One time, I went to Starbucks one time here, and I was with my daughter, and she's 18, and we were kind of having a bit of a heated discussion, and I said my name to the guy, and then she said her name, which is Isha. And he had 2 cups with Isha written on it. So we had to sit down and drink our coffee with Isha and Isha. And I said, oh, this is so cute, isn't it? And she was like, no. I could see her friends were at one point going, her mother's Isha.
Yeah. Right, Brenda, are you ready? You ready to hit the stage?
I'm ready to hit the stage. Here I am.
All right, everybody. Big clap. Make some noise for Brenda Woods.
Oh,
come on, Brenda.
Woohoo! Come on, Brenda. Yeah.
I just feel like I should be saying something kind of, movie-ish, but because of my lighting here. But anyway, no, my full name is Brenda Woods Finegan, as people know. But I just have shortened it now to Brenda because it's very, very long. And I live in Dundalk, and Brenda is, in case you don't know, this is a little fact here now with the CIA, but Brenda is a Norse name, and it means flaming sword. And Woods is my maiden name, and Finegan is my slave name. Yeah. And I live in Dundalk. I live in Dundalk with my husband with our 2 teenage kids, 15 and 18. Is their rubbish name. We live in a lovely part of Dundalk. We live in the French Quarter. It's called Cul-de-sac. That's true. Yeah, myself and my husband, we were homeschooling during the COVID-19. Yeah, but he didn't learn anything. Yeah. Yeah, it was too remote for him, he just couldn't do it. So myself, I was telling you about the kids. I have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old, and my 18-year-old, she's great. She's absolutely brilliant, and I say that because she could be watching as well. I don't know, but over COVID, we were very bored, and I said we have to bond. We have to do a mother-daughter bonding session, and she went, okay. So I said, I want you to watch me do my set because I want you to tell me when I'm finished on a scale of 1 to 10. How funny do you think I am? So she went, okay, and so I said, come into the kitchen. So I did my set and I went, ta-da, how funny do you think I am? And she said, is this on a scale of 1 to 10? I said, yeah. She said 4.5.
Oh.
I said, what is the 0.5 for? And she said, that's just for sheer effort.
Oh.
Yeah, this dog is barking outside in case you think that's some, I don't know. Anyway, so COVID for us, and I've been busy sitting in the car for most of it, to be honest, taking people here and there and everywhere. I went to Tato Park the other day. My dog is typical. He's barking at me because he knows I'm actually out for the night enjoying myself here doing some comedy, and he wants to get in. He's terrible. His name is Lucky, and he's 77. They're terrible. He's out there. He's typical. He's out there all day. And only when I start.
He's heckling you.
He's heckling, yeah.
I've had worse, but that is pretty bad. But what else I tell you? Oh yeah. Oh, of course, people who know me know that I'm in the menopause, right? I'm kind of coming out of it, and
Hey!
What am I out of my bedroom? On my own. What was I saying? I'm gonna write a bit of the set. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, menopause. Okay, and I have that. What you call it? Irritable. What you call that? Irritable.
Bowel
bitch syndrome. Yeah, irritable bitch syndrome. I can just kind of snap like that, right? Yeah. That's true. And but in the menopause, it gets extremely creative, and I'm writing creative, rhythmic, accurate poetry, or crap poetry. And I know you're all very young. You're saying, "What does the?" It just makes you feel very old. That sort of stuff. But anyway, here's one of my poems. One of my crap poems. Roses are red, violets are blue. Some poems rhyme. This one doesn't. You just have to accept it.
Oh.
You won't understand that because you're very young. I think you should be giving all lift home as well. Honest to God, I've been giving people lift home for the whole bit. I could Dublin. I could give people lift from Dublin, but I couldn't do Cork there or anything like that. But what else? But I could if I had to. I could definitely. What else would I tell you? Oh yeah, my dog has stopped barking because somebody has taken him in. Somebody has realised down in the kitchen, take the dog in because he's going to bark the place down, right? He's very attached to me. He thinks I'm his mother. I don't have a joke about that because obviously that would mean I was a bitch or something. He thinks I'm his mother. And what else? Oh yeah, I told you about COVID-19 and. Yeah, we're kind of all going a bit green in this house. Is that my time up, is it? Is that my time up? We're going green in this house. My daughter is a huge follower of Greta Thunberg on social media. This is true. And she's amazing. On the cover of Time magazine. She's saving our world, she's saving our planet. I said, that might well be. I said, she's still a 16-year-old girl with the worries of the world on her shoulders. And I said, not only that, I'm sure her bedroom is a tip. I'm sure Mrs. Thunberg has got into that amazing time with Greta trying to change things in the home. obviously nobody has untidy bedrooms. I feel like I'm the nanny of everybody. This is terrible. This is awful. So that's about it, guys. That's what I kind of did, and I've been doing a wee bit of kind of writing gags and scripts and things like that, and trying to learn how to be funnier, if which is possible, obviously, because I'm not that funny. But that's it. And
Hey!
Sonny's coming into the room
Brenda
now.
won, everyone! So I'm gonna actually steal the audience for 2 seconds, if you'll let me. Oh yeah, we'll go put it there. So thank you, audience, for watching. This is the bit now where I come with the glass as you're about to leave and being like, donations. Toss a coin to your comic. I've got a link just there. It's also in the show bio. This show isn't free to run. I've got to pay money for StreamYard, the platform that we use to stream this. So if you want to buy me a coffee and help, just so I don't lose money running the show, that'd be absolutely great. I hope you enjoyed the show. And yes, I just thought I'd plug that. Let's say goodbye to our comedians. There they go. All right, guys. Oh, we have one last.
Bye. Thank you, Jack. Thanks.
Bye.
It was a pleasure.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Shall we do a kind of like a Brian Money like boy?
Boy.
Whoa.